Hello everybody, my name is X-Pac. The YouTube streaming service has finally arrived. Back on July 25th, I did a video, Twitch TV versus YouTube streaming. What Twitch has to offer to both the streamer and the viewer, and all the ancillary and supportive products supporting that. And of course, some speculation on YouTube streaming, what YouTube would really need to do to compete in the marketplace, because there's a lot of stuff built in for the streamer and the viewers when it comes to Twitch TV. But we don't need to speculate anymore. The YouTube streaming service has launched. We're going to go over some of the pros and cons. Then, of course, full disclosure, just like the July 25th video, which is going to be linked down below, I am a Twitch TV streamer. I have been for 2 years. I've got roughly 51,000 followers. That means I have an exclusivity clause in my contract, just like everybody else that is a partner on Twitch TV, which means if I start to use YouTube gaming streaming service right now, I could get in trouble with Twitch, I could get kicked out, and there is rumor that they have approached several partners on Twitch and made mention, hey, you do have this clause in your contract. So far, no action's been taken. I'm sure Twitch is trying to see how this plays out as well. The first thing we're going to talk about is the actual app for the YouTube gaming service. It's beyond sexy. It's available for Android, iOS, and of course any web browser you can get to. It's going to actually give you a notification when your favorite content provider goes live. And here's one problem I have with this thing. When it defaults, when you load this thing up or when you go back to it, it's on the Explore tab. That means everybody live streaming gets buried and mixed in with just basic YouTube videos. So if you go to something like the Counter-Strike section or the Battlefield 4 section, you're going to see videos with hundreds of thousands of views. Then you might see a guy buried with 2 viewers or 5 viewers. Or you keep scrolling down, and there's a couple more live streamers. You could fix that by hitting the Live tab, but it does not default to that. So it's really hard to get a grasp for who all's live streaming and your options, which leads us into the quality of the stream from a streaming standpoint and a viewer standpoint. Very important to early growth, because on Twitch TV, for you to give your viewers options at the bitrate they want to view your channel on, you have to be partnered or you have to have X amount of concurrent views, which is very tough. You're limiting yourself if you're streaming at a higher bandwidth, say 720p at 60 FPS, 1080p or 1080p at 60 FPS. You're pumping a lot of data. They might have data caps. They might not have the fastest internet. They might not even be able to watch your live stream. But this is something YouTube nailed on the head. Not only is the quality beautiful on YouTube at 720p, 60 FPS, 720, 1080p, 1080p at 60 FPS, but whether you have 2 viewers or you have 6,000, those options are available for the viewer, starting at 144p, which means you're not alienating or missing out on all those viewers who have less than stellar internet, helping you with that initial growth. One of the most important things when it comes to live streaming is chat interaction, and Twitch TV has done a very, very good job with that, whether it's emotes, emojis, or if it's a moderated chat and all the different plugins. You want to know what song it is? There's a command. You want to know what hardware that streamer is using? There's a command. There's a command for anything and everything you can think of, because you customize it yourself. Not to mention all the information that the streamer can have pop up. New followers, new subs, donations. It's all there available for the viewer and the live streamer. And YouTube absolutely falls short on this. There is no moderated chat. The more viewers you have, the more troublesome your chat can be. It can absolutely be spam filled. There's nothing you can do about it right now. Not to mention plugins. There are no Newbot or Nightbot or any other third-party plugin that can really help you with all those commands, streamlining your chat, answering certain questions, or really just making it nice and smooth. Live streaming for gamers has been around for a long time, and there's 2 parts of the equation that make this possible: viewership and the money that they make. And some people have done so well with this that it's actually their full-time career. Twitch TV has partnerships, which you make some of the ad revenue. You make half of the money for a sub. Then, of course, the tips and donations, which anybody can have on Twitch TV, no matter how small or how big your channel is. If somebody hits that tip or donate button, they open up PayPal, and away you go. What does YouTube Gaming have? Google Wallet. I'm not certain how many people have Google Wallet. I've read articles about Google Wallet, but there's nothing that I use that would really facilitate me using Google Wallet. So that's something that you would really be hard-pressed for a Twitch live streamer with hundreds of concurrent viewers or thousands of concurrent viewers to switch over to YouTube gaming and miss out on that portion, because the tips and donations are oftentimes much, much more than the ad revenue and sub money combined. So the second part of that equation was the viewership, which is very important when it comes to said ad revenue. Glancing over League of Legends, Battlefield 4, and Counter-Strike Go, there were a couple hundred viewers for Counter-Strike Go. There were a couple hundred viewers for League of Legends, and there was less than 100 for Battlefield 4 at the time that I checked it out. There will be new faces that can and will emerge from the YouTube streaming space, but they're going to be very limited with what kind of support that they have. Remember, no moderation, no plugins, none of these pretty little toys that viewers and streamers have gotten used to through the past couple years over at Twitch TV and other websites that stream that have better ancillary product support. When it comes to content providers on YouTube, the worst thing that can happen to your channel is this, and it came from Jack Fragg's Twitter. It's copyright claims and copyright strikes. You get enough of those, your channel simply gets shut down, and this is Jack having early access to Gears of War and doing a walkthrough. He wasn't looking for chat interaction to go back and forth like he would in Battlefield 4 or Counter-Strike Go. He wanted to play the game and do kind of a live commentary, a 5-hour shot. But it looks like that's going to be really hard to do. Jack was actually content ID'd on 2 of the songs of the soundtrack, let alone if you're a live streamer right now and used to using Pandora or Spotify, or if you have some sort of song command where people get to choose the song that's up or put them in a queue. Right now, that video that Jack did for his live stream is not available in multiple countries, and he can't monetize it, and I believe YouTube doesn't even work in Germany without a VPN or a proxy. What's the point? Jack was actually pretty hot underneath the collar, and I don't blame him. He spent 5 hours doing this live commentary walkthrough. He was really excited, and now he simply can't do anything with it because it threatens the health of his channel. Again, enough community strikes or copyright strikes, your channel simply gets shut down. That's a lot to risk. And what happens if it's a slow content ID? These things are supposed to come over live, give Jack a warning that, hey, there's something in here that you're about to get a content ID in. It did give him such warning. Will it be slow? What happens if that would have gone live on his channel and he gets a couple IDs and he gets a couple strikes back to back? It could be an absolute nightmare for live streamers. So that's the pros and the cons. There will be new people who emerge from the YouTube streaming space. It will be great for people starting up, trying to make a name for themselves. But I just don't see it landing too many of the big fish over at Twitch TV. Remember, they have exclusivity. They won't be able to go back and forth. And there's a lot to risk with the content AD and, of course, the shaky viewership that this has received on launch day and the lack of support from ancillary products and plugins. For that very reason, I give this a hot 2.5 out of 10. And the only reason it's that high is the quality of the live stream can be absolutely beautiful at the higher FPS and the higher bitrate. What do you guys think about this? What do you like about YouTube gaming? What don't you like about YouTube gaming? What do you think Twitch should do different? As always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you soon.